up, y'all? It's your girl, El Rochelle, the Hardwood Diva, and we are here for Hardwood Diva's NFL Week 11 picks. So, for all of you that don't know, yesterday I was actually, did a guest spot on HoopGirlz Radio. It's on Blog Talk Radio. I'll post the link to it. Go ahead and check me out. Did about a 12-minute segment talking about the Eastern Conference and the NBA, and then just a couple of my favorite games to watch. Definitely had a really fun time with the ladies, Kia and Shell. Hope to do the show again, but check me out. If you have any questions about where to find it, like I said, I'll make sure to post the link in the comments. So first up this week, the Thursday game, tonight, we've got the Colts versus the Titans. I'm going with the Colts because the Titans couldn't beat the Jaguars. Why would they be able to beat the Colts? Let's be real. So, going with the Colts in this situation. Sunday, the 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern games. First up, we've got the Ravens versus the Bears. I'm going with the Bears because they're actually doing okay. We'll see how this goes. I just don't trust the Ravens right now, so I'm going to go with the Bears. Browns versus the Bengals. Bengals. Yeah, fairly easy. Bengals are doing as well as I expected, but I don't think they'll lose to the Browns this game. Going with them. Jets versus the Bills. Jets. Because if you know anything so far, the Jets have won in odd weeks. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. They had a bye last week, so it was hilarious because Rex Ryan's like, of course we're going to lose week 10, and then in week 11 we're coming back to win. So going with them, the system is working. This is what we're doing. So week 11, football is all about superstition, so I'm going with week 11 because they've already won every other odd week, so let's go. Falcons versus the Buccaneers, sorry. I'll go with the Falcons, but let's be real, neither of these teams is too much better than the other. The Buccaneers finally got their first win last week. They lucked up and were able to play the Miami Dolphins in a horrible week for the Dolphins. So, they got a win. Will we see something from them versus the Falcons? I don't think so. Both of their running backs are hurt. This isn't really going to go well for the Buccaneers personally. Even though it's at home and the Falcons aren't the greatest away from home, I'm going to go with the Falcons. Chargers versus the Dolphins. Chargers. This is the perfect opportunity for the Chargers to pounce on the team. Unfortunately for the Dolphins, I don't care what they said. This has affected their team, and it was obvious to see that in the last game. Whether or not they come out a little more focused, I'm not sure, but I just don't see them able to beat the Chargers, even though they are at home. So we'll have to see, but I'm going with the Chargers for this one. Redskins versus the Eagles. Eagles. Nick Foles is a very good quarterback for the Eagles right now. Like I said, I know it's unfortunate for Mike Vick. It sucks losing your job because you got hurt, but he would have most likely lost his job anyway. Let's be real. I like Michael Vick, but he just doesn't have the body to stand up to this anymore. It's just not working. He's getting old in quarterback years, in running quarterback years. So, unfortunately, I think Nick Foles will be the starter for the rest of the season. And deservedly so. He's doing well with his team. So, going with the Eagles because the Redskins always manage to mess something up. Never fails. And quietly, the Eagles have come back and are actually in contention with the Cowboys for first place in the NFC East, which is horrible, let's be real. But they're almost in first place, so that's kind of pretty awesome for them. So, going with the Eagles and Nick Foles. They've got the weapons now. We're going to actually see if they can utilize them and move them into the playoffs and see what they can do from there. Cardinals versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars won a game. No more 0-16. I'm going to go with the Cardinals, though, still in this game, even though it's away for the Cardinals and they're not the greatest away. I just think they're a better overall team than the Jaguars. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Jaguars, yeah, beat the Titans. I'm not really confident in them, so it is what it is. Lions versus the Steelers. Lions. I know Ben Roethlisberger said he would retire before he accepted a trade. Then maybe he should just retire. Something needs to happen because the Steelers need a shakeup. He needs to move on. They need to move on. It's just that time. He's another one of those running quarterbacks where he's gotten injured a lot. Even as big as he is, he's gotten injured a lot. And I just don't see it working well right now with him at the Steelers. They need to just go elsewhere. So I think they should part ways this summer, this coming off season. We'll see what happens. I'd hate to see him retire. I don't think he's terrible. I think he still has value for some team. But if that's the way he feels, then that's the way he feels. But let's be real. Ben Roethlisberger is known for hyperbole, so he exaggerates from time to time. Raiders versus the Texans. Raiders, I guess, because the Texans lost their running back. They're on with their third string quarterback, so he's actually pretty good. But I'm going to go with the Raiders on this one. We'll see. 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern games. Chiefs versus the Broncos. This is the game the Chiefs will lose because they have not played a team with the level of quarterback that the Broncos have. And the Broncos defense is doing fairly well. So I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one. Sorry, Chiefs. Y'all ain't going to beat the 72 Dolphins. It just is. 49ers versus the Saints. I don't know who's going to win this game. And that bothers me. I like knowing who's going to win the games. 49ers didn't do so well versus the Panthers. Defense reigned supreme in those games. If I had to choose, the 49ers have a better defense, so I would go with them over the Saints for that reason. But this is at home for the Saints. The Saints don't lose at home. I'll go with the Saints, but conditionally, because I definitely think that the 49ers have the possibility of winning. So, yeah. Saints. All right. So, Vikings versus Seahawks. Going with Seattle on this one. That's fairly easy. They are great at home. Great. And the Vikings are terrible this year. So, I'm going with Seattle on this one. 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. The evening game, Sunday, we've got the Packers versus the Giants. This should be a game that the Giants win. The Packers don't have a quarterback. Well, they do now. They have Matt Flynn again. Now, if he comes out and balls out again, I'm laughing because clearly he'll then get another awesome contract, go somewhere else, and tank like he's done so far. But this is definitely the game that the Giants should win. Packers lost Aaron Rodgers, then lost Seneca Wallace, who's horrible himself. So yeah, the Giants should be able to win this one because it's not like the Packers have defense. We'll see. If the Giants lose this one, it's just like one of those where you're like, sorry Giants, you just have no desire to win for the rest of this year. Let's just give up now. But going with the Giants in that game, I feel bad because I like the Packers, but it's just injury after injury after injury after injury this year has just really thrown their season into a tailspin. So, Monday night, Patriots versus the Panthers. Ha ha ha. Interesting. So, I'm going to go with the Panthers. It's at home. And I think their defense is better than the Patriots. Though, I do have Gronk, so I need him to get a couple of touchdowns. But, I just don't want them to win. So, I'm going to go with the Panthers in this game. They are quietly doing very, very well. And I'm pretty sure Cam Newton loves it just that way. Doesn't matter if you guys aren't paying us any attention, counting us out, not really giving us any credit. That's fine. We'll just come on in the playoffs and do something amazing. So, like what I see there, I'm going to go with the Panthers for this game. There you have it, guys. Those are my picks for the week. 2 teams on bye this week. My Cowboys and the Rams. The Cowboys need to chill. It just is chill because they're not making me happy right now. Not at all. But there you have it, my picks for the weeks, my loves. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. I will chat with you later. Deuces.